Hello guys, my name is TYCOON and welcome to this video. Today we are going to add a save load system to our game. Now we are going to do this by using a method called player prefs. Now in Unity there's a few different ways to save data, and as I already said, player prefs is the one we are going to use. Now player prefs is the easiest to set up and to save and load with, but it's very easy to also go into the file settings and change all different kind of values. So that's the only downside with player prefs. Now then there's JSON. JSON files are a little bit like player prefs, but they also have a really bad downside, and that is that a JSON file can become very easily corrupt, which means that all of your data can get lost very easily. Then there's XML. That's also a little bit like JSON, but not as easily corruptible. And then there's also binary. Now binary is the most secure way to save data. It gets encrypted into a lot of different letters and numbers, and it doesn't get corrupt, and there's just a whole lot of good things about binary saving, but that's super hard, but pretty hard to set up. So we might change it to binary if we want, but there's no values that need that kind of protection level saving right now in our game, and it isn't like a commercial game or multiplayer game either, so if players wanna cheat, they can cheat. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do today, and I don't see any point of waiting, so let's just start. So first of all, what we have to do is create a new C# script and name it like save load game. Just save load, that'll be good enough, and just open it up. So what we are going to want to save right now, you can also save a lot of different other values, like for example the text timer. That's something we are not going to save today, but it'd be good to also save that, you know, because otherwise you can just like earn money and then, oh, I need to reset to that certain point because I didn't want to buy a shop. But then the text timer is still the same, so you'll get taxed earlier than you should be, so you get into minus values, and that's not so good. That's something you can say, but what we are going to save is the amount of shops we have and the amount of money we have. So yeah, open up the script and remove the start method, because we're not going to need that. And we're going to need two different things, variables. So first of all, we're going to need to make serialized field private text mesh pro GUI, and for that we need to add using tm pro and end off with semicolon, and then we also need to add using Unity engine .ui, and then serialized field private text, and this is shop amount text, and I see that we didn't add a name for this. This will be money amount text, like that, and then that also off with a semicolon. And now what we are going to do, you could technically do it everything in update, but we are going to split it into 3 different methods, so you can more easily read and see what's going on. First of all, we're going to create a void save and open the method up. And in here we don't wanna because we're going to add this method so it updates every frame, and if we just do the code here, we do it like every frame, and that wouldn't be so good. We're saving every frame is like saving 60 times per second, and I can tell you the game will crash if you have a bad PC. So that's not what we're going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to add an if statement and check if input dot get key down, and we're going to check for key code S. We're going to check if the player presses the S key, then it'll save, and open that if statement up. So now it's very easy to set this up. All you have to do is do player prefs dot set float. We're going to set the money first, and as you can remember, total money is a float. So player prefs dot set float, then 2 brackets, 1 opening and 1 closing, and then we need to add a name for it. I'm just going to name it money, but you can name it to whatever you want, and then comma, and then what is it that is this money. So in our case it's earn money dot total money, and then end it off with a semicolon. Then we're going to save the shop amount. So how do we do that? Well, almost the same. Player prefs dot set int this time, because shop amount is an int. And whilst we're here, add static here to the end, or here static before the int, because it'll get easier to reference it here. So player prefs dot set int, and same procedure. We are just going to make this shop amount, and then buy shop dot shop amount, like that. And also here in earn money, we're going to need to change this to just buy shop and remove this get component thing here, like that. And go back here now and add debug.log, so we can see that everything is going correctly. So I'm just going to type here like your just like your money amount saved is, and space, and there'll be player prefs dot get float this time, because we're not setting the float, we're getting the value that the float is. So player prefs dot get float, and add money, and then plus more semicolon, or not semicolons, these what they are called, and total shops, or player prefs dot get int, and the name of it, so shop amount, like that. Oh, sorry, my bad. So yeah, this is the saving done. There's only one thing we have to do, and that's add this to here. So we check every frame that if we have pressed S, then this happens. Alright, save it off and go back into Unity. What we have to do now is add the save load script onto the game manager, like that, and then just drag the money into here. We can do this by just clicking these checking where they are, and money text number, and drag it in here. Open up your console, clear every error that you have if you have any, and play. So let ourselves get some money to start with, like 25, and as you can see now we have saved 25 and total shops are 1, so this is saved now in some random file in our PC. Then we can buy one shop and see what happens if we save now. So total money saved is 15 and shops are 2. Nice. But now we probably want to access these values as well. How do we do that? Well, it's also kinda easy. We have to do void load or whatever you want, but I think load is the most suitable name. Not on void was level loaded, whatever it was. Void load, and open the method up. Then just do if input dot get key down and key code L this time. So L for load and S for save, if you haven't figured out that already. Then we have to access the different values that we have to set. So for example, earn money dot total money. Remember, we are saving this value here, and now we want to set that value. Oh, what happened now? Now we have to set that value here. We have to retrieve the value from whatever it was here and set it to the current state, so it is what it was here. So yeah, so do that, and then do player prefs dot, as we did here, get float, and in the brackets just put money or whatever you call it, like that. Now we have basically got our money back. Then we can just copy this and change it to buy shop dot shop amount and player prefs dot get int, and then we called it shop amount, and now we have also retrieved our shop amount. Now last thing we have to do is add, so the texts update as well. So that'll be shop amount text dot get component text dot text, and then one open close bracket equals player prefs dot get int this time dot to string. That, and now to we can just you don't do it like this, you do it of course shop amount if you didn't realize already, like that, dot to string. And now we can just copy paste this and change this to money amount text, and for this we have to get component text mesh ugui, and we want to get a float, and we also want to get money and not shop amount. You can, if you want, add a what is called debug.log statement down here, log data loaded, for example, off with a semicolon. This is not necessary, but you know, if you want to feel a bit more professional, you can do that. And then just play the game and it'll probably work. Just clear your errors, I get annoyed at them. So let's just wait. Let's save at 15 money. Let it go for a while more. As you can see, saved 15 money and 1 shop. 35, and now if we load it. I see, we have forgotten one essential thing. We must add the load statement here as well. Like that. And now if we play, as you can see, play, clear errors, yes, save at 5 money for example, let it go for a while, 20, and load, and we have loaded our data. So now let's just wait until we get 50 money so we can buy a shop. Should not take too long. I mean, we could just cheat ourselves some money, but come on, we are not savages here. So 55, buy shop, and now let's save 15 and 2 shops, and then load, and as you can see we have 15 and 2 shops, and we can load to that save how many times we want. So yeah, that's how easy it actually is to add a save load system to your game. I hope this tutorial have been somewhat helpful. Even yeah, as you can see, here comes the problems with the tax timer. As you could see, maybe for a moment we were on -2 money, and yeah, you can basically just save it and then load it at whatever it was when yeah, you saved. It's kind of the same way you do that, but yeah, I hope this tutorial have been somewhat helpful, even if you aren't following this tutorial, so it maybe helped you how you can save your data for your game, maybe, hopefully. And yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. I think I already said that. Leave a like and subscribe, I'll be happy, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!